Welcome back. We are inside Special Stage 6 of the Rally of Maharashtra. Defending APRC champion Gaurav Gill leads the pack. And hot on his heels is 2013's INRC champion Amit Rajit Ghosh. Bairam Godrej is running in third place. The all-powerful XUVs have been pitted against the wily Polos. And somewhere in the picture are the Cedias and the Balenos. There is also an Evo 10. The high speeds on tarmac add a shot of adrenaline to the proceedings. Leg 2 should be interesting. Gaurav Gill showed absolute class and sped over the tarmac to post scorching times to take the lead in leg 1. Amit Rajit Ghosh had an uphill task, because once an APRC champion snatches the lead away from you, it's not very easy to get it back. Leg 2 began with a palpable nervousness in the air. The stage was set for a high-speed battle between the boys. In leg 1, all the cautions and misgivings had been put to rest. And the second time around, it was time to throw all that to the wind and go flat out. One other thing that had happened in leg 1 was that the cars cutting corners had dug up a lot of dirt and rocks which were skewed all over the tarmac. Not very ideal.
It makes a big difference because our pace note doesn't really mark all the rumbles and the stones. So the driver has to be very, very cautious. The co-driver has to be alert before calling the corner. Even if it is a 6-right flat, we need to call him 6-right slippery maybe, because people would have bought some dirt into the road.
Well, in our notes we've got cut here, cut here, cut here. But now it's everywhere. It's like the cut and the road is almost the same. There's a lot of the tight corners. There's stones across the road. So you just got to deal with it. There's nothing really you can do about it. If I were driving an XUV, I would drive it like that. That's the fastest way to drive the XUV.
Unseen rocks around corners. That's it's almost a nightmare. I'm sure I'm going to have nightmares about that tonight. It was crazy. Especially because there were only 2 XUVs in front of me today. So I had to take all those rocks. Normally 1 or 2 other cars go, they hit the rocks. But I had to hit the rocks and keep my position. So it was quite tough.
The end of leg 2 brought with it news of Gaurav Gill being slapped on with a penalty at the start of the stages. And Amit Ghosh had capitalized and taken the lead. Unexpected as it was, it surprised no one. Motorsport is unforgiving, and the price paid for mistakes in a competitive stage is always steep. Gill damaged his car in the first leg and his service team failed to do the patchwork on time. The end result was a time penalty which cost the veteran driver his lead.
I had a bit of a moment in the long stage where we clipped a rock and I bent the rear wheel a tiny bit, and we had to come in and change that. So we came in and it was just an arm and a link rod which was supposed to be changed, but that routine service had some technical issues, and the boys had a problem with some of the parts coming out of the car, and they were, I guess, were badly stuck in some of the joints, and we lost over 10 minutes coming out of the service, so we had a 10-minute penalty.
First 3 stages we were really close, 16 seconds separating us. After stage 1 we were only 4 seconds apart, so we were all pushing. So I think he touched a stone or something on SS2 or 3, I think mostly 2. So that had bent his rear left suspension. So that needed to be repaired completely, so he lost 10 minutes here at service. So out of service we had a 1.5 minute lead.
As we were coming in for the start of this stage, we noticed there are several places where the cars have dug up stones and other goodies which now lie all over the tarmac. Things are going to get interesting and the plot thickens. Leg 3 was going to be the decider. Gill was not one to take kindly to the loss of his lead. Ghosh, with close to a minute's lead, was not one to let go of it unless hell's fury rained down upon him. Things were poised to go down to the wire. The fight was going to be tough. And for those of us cheering from the sidelines, it was going to be fun. One other thing to take note of was the car running in third place. Bairam Godrej's 1600cc Polo, which he was driving in the 2000cc category, had not just left the CDRs behind. He was running third overall. And even Samir Thapar's Evo 10 could not beat the little Polo. The Volk had shined indeed. And that in itself was a laudable feat.
Some of the uphill sectors have been very, very rough because the bigger vehicles, the XUVs, go over that before us. They just dig out all the stones from the corner and put them on the road. Very difficult for us because the cars are small and low. The fast sections also, where the crests are very big, we can't really look over the crest. They can look over the crest because they're sitting a foot and a half taller than us. So yeah, it's been a challenge, but it's been good.
Gill, livid with his unfortunate loss of lead, was out for blood. For him, it was the top step or nothing. But he was not throwing his car around like mortals do. This was the reigning APRC champion. And there was a finesse to Gill's driving in leg 3. A finesse that showed us why he did what he did. Ghosh had his lead. All he needed to do was bring it home. There was no need for recklessness. But then Murphy's Law has a strange way of creeping up on people. And it creeps up at the most inappropriate moments. What happened in leg 3 to Ghosh's XUV was one such occasion.
We didn't think that this would happen to us, but anyway, this is what I say it's rally, because we never thought that such a thing will happen, because we are not really pushing too hard. But then it took us by surprise. We were probably carrying a little bit more speed into that corner, came into the left-hander, caught the rut on my side, and we went on to the stone on the right side and we hit the rear wheel. We thought we would not finish the stage, but then I was telling Amit, let's go to the finish and we'll see how it goes from there.
Very eventful day. I think we had to return the favour to Gaurav and we did it in style. Bend the rear right, completely out of shape, and also a puncture in stage 1. Lost a minute there and he went into the lead, and from then on it was just cruising back to somehow to go through the stages. We'll have to see, but I think we had enough lead to still be in second, I think.
The cutting of throats and salvaging of pride, however, is limited to the competitive stages. Outside of the rally cars, there's a completely different scenario. These drivers have been trying to outdo one another for many years now. And in all those years, there has been a bond forged. A bond of mutual respect, camaraderie, and the love for the madness of rallying. The presentation ceremony of the Rally of Maharashtra took place at the Gateway Hotel in Nasik. First up was the 1600cc Cup. Third place was taken by Parag and Aditya Divakar. Adit KC and Harish KN came in second place, and the 1600cc Cup was bagged by Anirudh Ranganekar and Arjun Mehta.
We had a bad spin and we lost about 40 seconds. And on the next stage also we were struggling a little with the car. It was not handling as well. So we lost quite a lot of time and he caught up to within 10 seconds of us. But on the final stage we pushed and we made 5 seconds on him and we won the rally by over 10 seconds.
Next up was the 1600cc category. Dhruva C and B Rupesh came in third. The duo of Shirish Chandran and Nikhil Pai came in second. The winners of the 1600cc category were Rishikesh Thakurse and Ninad Miraj Gaonkar, also in a team slideways polo.
A couple of years since I won my class, so it's the first time it was a competitive category, so it feels very good.
Been around in Nasik more than a couple of times and it's the first time that I'm here on podium, so it feels really nice.
Sumit Punjabi and Vinu Ramesh Kumar Sedia was third in the 2000cc category. In second place was the team of Vivek Bhatt and rally veteran Rahul Kantaraj, also in a Sedia. The surprise package was the 1600cc slideways polo manned by Bairam Godrej and Anand Somaya, beating the all-powerful Sedias.
Great. It feels great, but we've been pushing from the word go. We've not eased up, and this is, like I said, our first rally together. So there's been a lot of getting used to the calls, making the calls, me understanding the stuff, but it's been very good.
Godrej and Somaya were also third overall and had gained bragging rights for having beaten a Mitsubishi Evo 10 amongst other things. Second overall was the Super XUV of Amitabh Ghosh and Ashwin Nayak. And their teammates Gaurav Gill and Musha Serif bagged top honours at the Rally of Maharashtra.
We started the stage behind Ghosh. Unfortunately, he picked up damage at the end of the stage, and we made about almost 57 seconds on him. And the difference was about 50 odd seconds. So we were in the lead right from there on. We just just cruised because we knew he picked up a problem and he was limping through the stages because there was no service. So naturally, we wanted to have no dramas and just finish the rally while we were in the lead.
And that brings us to the end of a rally full of surprises and hard fights. We wouldn't have it any other way because that, at its very essence, is the nature of motorsport. After the tarmac of the Rally of Maharashtra, next up is the gravel of the Rally of Coimbatore. We'll be there in the thick of all the action, and with us, so will you.